Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News Update. Hunter New England Health says the extension of COVID restrictions in the region for another week will help keep the community safe as Sydney continues to grapple with the current outbreak. The Premier is expected to announce the extension of restrictions and the Sydney lockdown later this morning. There's been no detection of the virus in the Hunter after almost 30,000 tests were conducted in the region last week. Meanwhile, Hunter Business CEO Bob Hawes says the hospitality sector has taken a big hit under the latest COVID restrictions, with many reducing operating hours and cutting back casual staff. Affected businesses can claim between $5,000 and $10,000 for lost turnover, but staff are not eligible for the government's $500 disaster payment because the Hunter is not declared a hotspot. Lake Macquarie Police are appealing for witnesses to a single vehicle crash at Cooranbong which claimed the life of the driver. A man in his 40s died when his car left Freeman's Drive just before 7 yesterday morning and crashed down an embankment. Anyone who witnessed the crash or has dashcam footage is urged to call Crime Stoppers. It's the second fatality on Lake Macquarie roads in less than 24 hours. 19-year-old Luke Wozniak died when his trail bike clipped a ute and slammed into a power pole at Cardiff on Monday afternoon. Rural health in New South Wales is in the spotlight again after residents have come forward with testimonies concerning rural and regional areas, including the Hunter, which they say are not receiving adequate health care from the hospital system. An urgent independent review has been called for by the Shadow Health Minister, Ryan Park. He says the issue has been ongoing.
Well, this has been going on for some time now, and that's why Labor fought very hard to establish the current rural and regional health inquiry, because we want to shine a light on these issues and, more importantly, have the issues identified so that solutions can be delivered and additional funding and resources can be provided.
The government is being urged to step in and buy a parcel of land at Hawk's Nest, which locals say is an important koala habitat. The 6-hectare parcel on Miles Street is being offered for sale as a prime development opportunity. Residents say the land adjoins a koala reserve and should be retained. Port Stephens MP Kate Washington has written to Environment Minister Matt Keane asking the government to buy the land before it's sold off to developers. A Beresfield manufacturer is set to receive more than $500,000 in grants under the federal government's Modernising Manufacturing Fund. The grant will provide Rotocaster, a manufacturer of wheels and products for e-commerce and logistics, with funds to develop an automation project. Managing Director Peter McKinnon says the grant will provide the business with capacity to fulfil overseas demand.
We get a lot of inquiry from overseas, especially for the new product, the conveyor sortation system. We see probably that being one of our highest demand products going forward, and it does have a big impact on logistics and e-commerce. The quantity some of these companies are talking about, there's no way that we could produce currently the number of wheels we require to service them alone. So it's quite critical that we get to that point of automation.
Port Stephens residents are being asked to keep an eye out for an entangled humpback whale off the coast. Orca says it received a call on Tuesday confirming the sighting about 2 kilometres offshore with another 3 whales. The entangled whale had ropes unravelling from the tail and may be trailing something behind it. Orca will have volunteers at vantage points along the coast in the next few days. Anyone who sees an entangled marine mammal is urged to call 9415 3333 and try and capture a photo or video of the animal.
2NURFM Sport.
Tim Zhu has promised to farewell Newcastle tonight by ending the dream of his underdog challenger, Stevie Spark. The Australian champion had no trouble shifting his attention to Spark, who will be stepping up 2 weight divisions for the fight. Following their 38-0 defeat over the Cowboys last weekend, the Knights hope to take that confidence into their clash with Melbourne in just over a week's time. Newcastle hasn't recorded a win over the Storm since 2015, and centre Hymel Hunt hopes they'll have prop Daniel Saifiti back from injury in time.
Man, he's our lead horse. He's our alpha. So, man, if he can push through a lot of pain, like, it's definitely him. But yeah, we're very proud of him, and his form's been showing in Origin and in NRL footy.
Broadmeadow Magic coach Damien Zane believes they received a positive draw for the FFA Cup as one of 12 clubs grouped in Zone 1, and Jets co-captains Gemma Simon and Cassidy Davis are believed to be close to re-signing for the next W League season. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 42, 32, 21, 19, 44, 25 and 33, and the supplementaries are 3 and 7. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.